Trinadapi Sunichena Turadeva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Harinama Harinama Harinamaiva Kevalam Kalau Nastyeva 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 Gatir Anyata. My name is Nirantara Das, disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I am invited every month to speak on the science of Krishna or God consciousness. Generally, I speak on Bhagavad Gita, but tonight I will speak on Shreemad-Bhagavatam. We are going to speak and discuss the second verse. In the Shreemad-Bhagavatam, there are 18,000 shlokas. And some of the shlokas are very prominent. The second verse tells us what makes Shreemad-Bhagavatam so special, so unique, and so highly elevated. So I request you to try to hear nicely. I suggest you turn off your cell phone and try to hear this message of Bhagavatam. As is the tradition, we begin the narration by uttering the 12-syllable mantra. If you could please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we'll go straight to the verse, because the verse is like the sun, self-luminous. It does not require any other light. The sun, in the same way, does not require anything for it to be seen other than it manifesting itself. The verse is, Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmitsaranam satam Vedyang vastavam atra vastu shivadang tapa trayon mulanam. Shreemad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kim Va Parayar Ishwara Sadyo Hridyavarudhyate Tra Kritibi Susrusibis Tak Shanat. Now there's many important Sanskrit words in this verse. But for now, here is the complete translation as given by my spiritual master. The Vedic literatures are understood by the mercy of the spiritual master. One may be materially disqualified, but that has no bearing on spiritual understanding. Your material position in no way has any jurisdiction on your spiritual enlightenment. The only thing that's required is that one hear from a self-realized pure devotee of God and follow His instructions. If you do that, regardless of your material disadvantages, you can make tangible spiritual advancement. So first, there is this nice shloka. I may be lame, but the mercy of my spiritual master enables me to climb a mountain. I may be blind, but by the mercy of my spiritual master, I can see all things. I may not be a very good orator, but by the mercy of my spiritual master, I can become empowered. So I first offer my respects to my Guru. Aim Gurave Namaha. Here's the translation. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavat Purana, Shreemad-Bhagavatam, propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. Therefore, what is the need of any other scripture? For as soon as one attentively and submissively hears this message of Shreemad-Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within the heart. Such beautiful sentiments, such spiritual truths in one shloka. There are 18,000. And the idea of studying Shreemad-Bhagavatam is that gradually Krishna reveals himself to you. The Shreemad-Bhagavatam is more or less a meditation on the form of God. Meditation begins where? At the feet. When you're doing meditation on the transcendental form of the Lord, your meditation begins from the Lord's lotus feet and gradually make your way up to the smiling face of Krishna. Therefore, the first two cantos of Shreemad-Bhagavatam are compared to the lotus feet of Krishna. And Krishna's 10th canto, 90 chapters, beginning with Krishna's appearance till this disappearance, that is the 10th canto, that is Krishna's smiling face. But you should proceed step by step, first canto, second canto, like that. So this verse is telling us what makes this Bhagavatam unique. There are so many religions, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, so many religions. And by the way, each religion says, we're the only way. Either you follow us or you're going to hell. Every religion says that. They have to say that. Just like if you go to a car dealership, Toyota is going to say, Toyota's for you. If you go to the Honda dealer, don't buy a Toyota, buy a Honda. So in the same way, every religion says they're the only way. So therefore, the buyer should beware. He should investigate which religion has the most knowledge. the most information, the most scientific process. I myself was not raised Hindu, but here I am today. Because I did that. And I came to the conclusion, the most scientific, most voluminous, most practical application of religion is found here in Shreemad-Bhagavatam. So the very first line, Dharma projita kaitavotra. Bhagavatam is saying right from the start, materialistic religion, we're not interested. What's materialistic religion? Materialistic religion means I pray to God, I worship God, give me something of this material world. That's materialistic. You can get that in so many different religions. They all offering. Indeed, there's one religious group, they preach, what is the term they use? Prosperity gospel. That's their whole selling. You follow our process and you'll become successful. That's materialistic religion. Bhagavatam is saying, no, reject. And this word projita completely rejects any kind of materialistic religion. The other word, kaitava. Kaitava means cheating. Vyasadeva in this second verse, Vyasadeva is the compiler of this Bhagavatam. After he compiled the 4 Vedas, 108 Upanishads, the Mahabharata, the Vedanta Sutra, various Puranas, after all that, his final masterpiece, Shreemad-Bhagavatam. So he's saying, those religions which are inducing the followers to worship God or gods in order to get material benefits, kaitava. Vyasadeva says, no, that is cheating. That is not the real purpose of religion. So that begs the question, what is? If it's not material aggrandizement, then what is the purpose of religion? And that is very simple. It is called Krishna Prema, love of God. We all have some experience of love, hopefully. Husband and wife. I'm sure most of you are still on your honeymoon. That's a kind of love. You love your children, do you not? You work hard to provide for them. You worry. My wife, our daughter is 45 years old. But as soon as there's a call from the daughter, oh, okay, I'm there for you. Meanwhile, I'm stuck at home. But that's to be understood, because the relationship between parents and children, that doesn't go away. We have friendships. I'm not talking about Facebook. No, that doesn't count. I'm talking about real friendship. Somebody that cares about you as a person, has your interest in heart. That's a real friend. Somebody who's able to say no. Not somebody who says yes, 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 and then you go to hell. No, we have this expression, tough love. Parents, you have to do that. We all have to do that. So we're talking about love. So the ultimate purpose of religion is to develop love of God. The same idea, love. Now, this love of God is not something foreign, because it is the teaching of this Bhagavatam that love of God is already there in your heart. It's there. How is that possible? So the answer to that question, Bhagavad Gita. What does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? Mamai Vangsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Krishna says to us, you are my Angsha. You're my child. You're my part and parcel. You love your children, right? Because they came from you. They're part of you. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you come from me, Krishna, Angsha, part and parcel. You have all my qualities, only difference is potency. Krishna is unlimited. Krishna is Vibhu. Krishna is almighty. Krishna is Ananta. But we still have all of his qualities, but our potency is very tiny because we're fragmental, atomic. Indeed, in the Upanishads, just so that you get some idea, what is the dimension of the soul? Actually, you can't measure, but the Vedas say, here's how to conceive. Take the tip of a hair, divide it into 100 parts. Take one of those parts, divide it into 100 parts. That's the dimension of Atma. And I'm thinking I'm so important when I'm only 1/10,000th the tip of a hair. Still, here's for example, this cup of water. So, if I take one drop of the water, there's no difference between the drop and what's in the cup. Difference is the drop is a drop and the cup is made of hundreds of drops. So we are also just like a drop of particle of Krishna. Or you can, my favorite example, the sun in the sky. Where was it today? I don't know. But here in Southern California, we know what it's like, or you know in India, Delhi in April. Huh? Hot, 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 hot. 120, right? So the sun is this huge planet, but it's giving off millions of sun rays. So we, another example given in the Upanishads, we are little pencil rays emanating from Krishna. Krishna is still a person. He's still his own entity, but we emanate from him. We exist because he exists. So, since we are part and parcel of Krishna, love of Krishna is automatically there. The problem is we have forgotten. That's the problem. And because I have forgotten my loving relationship with Krishna, I'm seeking relationships and situations thinking that they will satisfy me, but the message of Shreemad-Bhagavatam is you will not experience complete satisfaction until you repose your dormant loving propensity in Krishna. And what is that process by which this dormant love for Krishna is awakened? It's called Bhakti Yoga. You're doing Bhakti Yoga right now. You might not have known it. But you're doing Bhakti Yoga because you're hearing this message of Shreemad-Bhagavatam. Your Bhakti Yoga has begun. I congratulate you. Very good. Beginning is hearing. That's why this class is so important. My spiritual master insisted there must be classes in the morning, classes in the evening, because the temple is not just for ringing the bell, coming and then going. No, you've missed. The real coming to the temple is when you hear the message of Godhead. Now your visit to the temple is complete. Yes, we take darshan. We get Krishna's blessings. We get the blessings of the Purohit. But we should not leave until we have heard some transcendental message. So Bhagavatam is saying, we're not interested in any kind of materialistic religion. We're interested in pure religion, which is love of God. Now the next line. Paramo nirmatsaranam satam Vedyam. Who is qualified to understand this Bhagavatam? Just like you want to be a lawyer, you have to be trained. You have to qualify yourself. You just don't open a shop. I'm a lawyer. No, requires a lot more than that. Or you want to be a doctor or an engineer. You have to go through training, and you have to be certified, pass examinations. So there's a qualification for understanding this Bhagavatam. No, you don't need a Sanskrit education, not required. No, you don't need a college degree. Nope, not required. You can be young, you can be old, you can be man, woman, doesn't matter. Are you nirmatsaranam? Are you free from envy? If you're free from envy, you will understand Shreemad-Bhagavatam. But if there's still some envy, that will prohibit you. Envy, it begins, I'm envious of God. I'm envious of God's devotees. I don't see how we are all the same. Sons of God, daughters of God. I make distinctions. I'm envious of God. Why I have to serve Him? I want to be served. I want to be the center of attention. That's called envy. So, if you can become free from envy, or as it says here, 100% pure in heart, you can take it another way. Going back to how Bhagavatam rejects materialistic religion. You will understand Bhagavatam if your objective is to develop love of God. If you have some other objective, you won't penetrate. You won't get it. Vedyam vastavam atru vastu shivadam tapatrai unmulanam. Okay. What else does this Bhagavatam do? This Bhagavatam uproots the threefold miseries. In the Vedas, your miseries come from three different things: Adhyatmic, Adidaivik, Adibhotik. And I've added my own, Adi-technic. I'll explain. So first, Adhyatmic. Because we have a material body and mind, we suffer. Right? Anybody like growing old? Is that enjoyable, huh? You like growing old? You like getting sick? Huh? Do you like losing your eyes and your ears? Ladies, do you love that gray hair? Huh? Or do you do like my wife, the henna? My wife cannot stand the gray hair. She has kept the henna people in business. Or my mind is troubling me. I may have eaten nice, I may have rested nice, but something is bugging me, my mind. So this body and mind causes me misery. Adi Daivik, this universe is controlled by different devatas. Indra, Chandra, Soma. They're controlling the different elements. Sometimes it's too hot. Sometimes, apart from Southern California, what's it like in the rest of the country? Freezing, freezing, freezing cold. In Seattle also, they've had big problems. We got a little rain. I don't know about you, but when it rains in California, praise the Lord. I love it. We hardly get it, but this year we got good amount. No drought this year. Thank you, Krishna. So, here in California, we have to worry about something else. Earthquake. Shh. We have to worry. So the devatas, they also can cause us problems. And then Adi Bhautik. Others sometimes cause us distress. I had a good Indian friend many years ago. He bought a brand new house. He thought, now I'm in paradise. But his neighbor got a dog, and all night long, bark, 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 couldn't sleep. He took the person to court. Just one little dog. Have you been on an airplane? Right? You're going, like next month, I'll go to Santiago, Chile. It's an 11-hour flight. Or you go to India, how many hours? Right? You're trying to rest. Even you have the Bose earphones on, still you can hear that baby screaming. You're trying to, no matter what you do, that baby's voice is transcendental. It penetrates. No matter, nothing you can do. Or you've had experience. Ants take over the kitchen. Cockroaches. Or your favorite, when you go to India, mosquitoes. One little mosquito can cause so much trouble. Now I said there was a fourth, Adi technique. Yes, our cell phones and all of our gadgets, when they fail us, we're so dependent on this technology. Some, not you, but there are some people, the phone is with them all day long. They go to the bathroom with the phone. They go to sleep with the phone. It's like they're married to the phone. So, tapa trayon mulanam, but Shreemad-Bhagavatam, hearing Shreemad-Bhagavatam, uproots the threefold miseries because it gets to the root of the problem. The root of the problem is I have forgotten Krishna, and because I have forgotten Krishna, I have become entangled in this material world. Now, in Prabhupada's translation, I love this sentence. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. So, over the past so many years, we've heard this term, fake news. Bhagavatam is not fake news. Not only is Bhagavatam not fake news, Bhagavatam says here, the highest truth, distinguished from illusion. So many things in this material world, we place our faith in it, but in the end it turns out to be a disappointment. We become frustrated in our attempts. We thought that this was going to happen, but then it doesn't materialize. In fact, in this Bhagavatam, you will find this repeated message. Material existence is like a dream. Just like you have a dream at night. Say it's a nice dream you're enjoying. Like my favorite dream is when I'm flying. Anybody have flying dreams? Those are my favorite, because it's an experience of being outside of the body. It's liberating, but you come back. But that feeling, so you're having this nice dream, but all of a sudden you wake up, it was just a dream. It wasn't real. Bhagavatam says our materialistic existence is no different from that dream you have at night. We've had so many dreams. Krishna tells Arjuna that in the Bhagavad Gita.